Hi guys, welcome to Everything Football Match Day 5 deadline stream. Here we are. My team is not yet ready. I've not yet made any subs for transfers for this week. I was waiting to see any team news, and I'm still going to wait until we have 5 minutes to go on the deadline. Nice to see you guys as always. Ryan says hello. How are you, man? Ray, nice seeing you as always. I saw you earlier saying feels good to be here for 3 seasons strong. Thank you, appreciate it. Yep, I've been doing UCL fantasy, I think, since 2016, but I only started making videos in 2020 or something. Vinicius and Musiala injured, so got in Haaland and Jude. I don't have Haaland in my team, and I'm very scared, man. But bringing in Haaland to my team, and then I know he won't play in matchday 6. It won't make any sense unless Leipzig go and beat Man City, and Man City have to go strong for the next match day. It wouldn't make sense to bring in Haaland for 1 week and then take him out next time. So I have to just pray, go without him and pray. Andre says, hi Glenn, how are you? Glad to be back here and listen to your advice. I appreciate it, bro. How are you, FIFA bots? Nice seeing you as always. RK, nice seeing you as always. Should I take Lewis? I currently have Lewis, so let me go through what my team is looking like at the moment. We'll take that off screen. So my team at the moment, they do have Blasic in goal. I'm facing Man City, which is not a great fixture at all, but I can't really change my goalkeepers. If it doesn't work out for him, I do have Ramiro on the bench, so I think I'm happy with that. I have David Drum as well. He's worked out well for me the past the 3 match days I've had him out of the 4. He's been really, really good. I think I've actually had him for all 4 of them. He's been really good, but against Man City away, not ideal as well. So, but I can't transfer him out because I have other problems in my team, and I do like their fixture in match day 6, so that is why I kind of have to keep them. Cancelo, Lewis, and Saliba defensively. I think Cancelo will definitely start against FC Porto. Hopefully can get an attacking return. I think Saliba will definitely start against Lens. I am not sure about Rico Lewis. Not sure about Rico Lewis at all. I'm not sure he's going to start in that game, but I'm sure he will start in match day 6. That is why I'm keeping him. If he doesn't play today, I think I'll still just leave him on the bench so I can use him in match day 6. Because in match day 6, there's going to be a lot of rotation. So I don't want to bring the likes of Trossard and the likes of Haaland back into the team. And I know they won't play in match day 6, and I don't have any chips left. Midfield, I have Saka, Foden, and Bellingham. I never took out Bellingham last time. Unfortunately, he's the one who ended up not playing, and Haaland ended up playing. I do have the captaincy on Foden. I think we might get the Man City team news. So last time what happened, I literally finished the live stream like this. 5 minutes before the deadline, and then I checked Twitter. The team had leaked literally 4 minutes before, so I couldn't make any changes, and I couldn't give you guys the advice that Haaland was actually starting, and I actually had to go without him as well. So this time I'm going to check until the final minute of the deadline, just to make sure. Saka is in my team. I think he'll definitely start against Lens. Up front, I have Rodrigo. Has been on very good form. I watched the Real Madrid game the other day. He's got some beautiful goals. I have Alvarez. Hopefully he can help me out because they don't have Haaland, and Harry Kane. So in this team, I feel like there's Lewis won't play, and I feel like maybe Blasic and Rom could get 1 point or maybe even less than that. And then on the bench, I have Ramiro can come on for Blasic. Di Lorenzo can come on for Rom, and Di Lorenzo's fixture as well is not great. Kimmich, I'm not sure if he's going to play, and then Çalhanoğlu, I think, is not going to play. I think Inter Milan are going to rest everyone. So that I do have 2-3 problems. Let me see what you guys are saying. Let me actually check the team news from the other teams. Aleko says, is Limitless good choice if I have 2 injuries? Depends on the rest of your team. I don't think 2 injuries is enough to play the Limitless. But if most of your players you're not sure about, if you have a Sane and you're not sure if he's going to start, and you have other players that are doubts, I think this is a very good week to play Limitless. Although match day 6 is also a very good week to play Limitless. So if you still have your transfers for this week, I think just use your transfers and save the limitless because it will really help in match day 6. This week, you think this week is going to be stressful, just wait for match day 6. It's going to be a lot of rotation. Like even the likes of Haaland won't play, and you're going to need a lot of transfers. Alpha says Lewandowski, Mbappe, or Sikan. I'm actually tempted to say I'm really tempted to say Mbappe. I feel like he's going to bang against Newcastle. I really feel like they're going to eliminate Newcastle. So I would actually go for Mbappe. I feel like he's going to do great against Newcastle. Mr. Stegen injured. There's rumors that he's going to miss out, Rehan. Should I take Rodrigo, Morata, Griezmann? Who should you take between those three? I have Sane, but he's not giving good points. So should I take Saka instead of Sane? I would. I would take Saka instead of Sane, but Saka will probably not play in match day 6. So if you're looking into the future, I think Saka won't play in match day 6. But it depends on the results. If Arsenal win, that's when Saka won't play in match day 6. If Arsenal don't win, Saka will probably start in match day 6. For Sane, I have a feeling Sane could be rested for this game and then probably play the Man United one because they'll want to win that one on the England return and Kane and all that. So between those three, I currently have Rodrigo, but Rodrigo, if they win today, he could be rested in match day 6. So if you're looking into the future, if you don't have any chips remaining, I would actually go for Morata because they still have something to play for in match day 6 as well. Best Man City defender, I'd actually say Akanji. Let me see the team news. If there's any team news. So Lazio, Provedel is starting for Lazio. Wow, interesting. I actually had rumors that he might not play. Patrick, Felipe Anderson, who I've thought about bringing into my team. Guendouzi, Luis Alberto, Isaacsen, Castellanos, Lazari, Rovella, Marusic, and Gela. I have Alvarez, Kane, and Højlund as forwards with only one transfer left. Should I transfer out Alvarez or Højlund for Griezmann or Haaland? I transfer Højlund out because he's currently injured, and I think Alvarez will definitely start. So I would take out Højlund and I don't think that fixture is easy anyway. Galatasaray away. I would take out Højlund. Maybe for Griezmann. If you can afford Haaland, then sure. But I think Griezmann will also play in match day 6. It depends on how your team is looking and if you have a wildcard or limitless. FIFA bot says I'm thinking of using the wildcard. How does your team look? Have Sunny, but he's not guy. If you have like 4 or 5 players you're not sure about, then you can play a wildcard. But you also have to look into match day 6. If you play a wildcard right now, I think you have to target teams like Lazio, Atletico Madrid, Leipzig, maybe one player, maybe even Man United, maybe the likes of Gnabry from Bayern Munich, the players who are going to play in both match day 5 and 6, because in match day 6 there's going to be a lot of rotation. Don't you think Newcastle have a good defense when as Porto? Not the same. They do, but in the Champions League, they've not really been that great. They've lost almost every single game. In terms of defense, yes, Newcastle are better, but even recently in the Premier League, they beat Chelsea recently, but they've been conceding almost every single game. They conceded against Bournemouth a couple of goals. They conceded against Wolves. They conceded against Chelsea. And Mbappe takes penalties as well. Is limitless a good choice if you have 2 injuries? As I said earlier, it depends on the rest of your team. 2 injuries is not enough to play the limitless. RK says, please subscribe and smash the like button. I appreciate it. Celtic have Joe Hart, Johnston, Taylor, Scales. If any of you have any Celtic players, I really doubt. So let me just skip that. I don't think anyone will have any Celtic players at all. Let me see which other team news. Shakhtar have Riznik in goal. I think many people have him. Sikan is playing as well. Azarov is playing as well. I actually really do like Sikan. Now, let me actually go to the transfer tab here. I feel like Shakhtar are going to score a couple of goals against Royal Antwerp. Shakhtar. Maybe I could end up with a Shakhtar player. Let me see. Let me see. Sikan is 5.2 million. That's very cheap, man. That's very cheap. And he's been doing well. The fixture I watched last time against, I didn't watch the one for last time against Antwerp, but he scored 2 goals. Interesting. But I can't really bring him in, man, because I already have Alvarez, Kane, and Rodrigo, unless we hear that Alvarez is not starting. Midfield-wise, let me see the midfielders who is starting. Sudakov is starting, is the number 10, 6.5 million, not bad. Oh, there's a name here I can't pronounce. Kashuk. Kashuk is not playing. I mean, there's a couple of options from Shakhtar. Which game do they have in match day 6? FC. Oh, actually, they've finished their games against Barcelona. That's interesting. They're playing against Antwerp and FC Porto. Kane, Alvarez, Openda, says Rehan, Siemens, Foden, Gundogan, Sane, Bellingham. Defense, Ake, Lorenzo, Rom, Silva, Garcia, and goalkeeper Ter Stegen and Sommer. I have 2 free transfers and a wild card. Okay, you're in a very good position. Kane, Alvarez, Openda, I think there's a huge chance all 3 of them will start. Siemens, I think, will start as well. Although it's a tough fixture, I think Foden will start. Gundogan is good. Sane might not start. There's a big chance Sane does not play. There's a chance Ake does not play. Di Lorenzo has a tough fixture. Rom has a tough fixture. Antonio Silva, he could be lucky because Inter Milan will rest all the players. Fran Garcia, I think Napoli will score. Sommer could be rested as well. So if you have 2 free transfers, I think you can use the 2 free transfers. I usually don't like carrying the wildcard to the latter stages because you still get another wildcard like after the group stage. Like to use like before the round of 16, you have to use it before the round of 16. It's everyone has to use it. Like you don't get it, like you just get a lot of transfers for between the match day 6 and the round of 16. Unless like something crazy happens and you lose like 5 or 6 of your players in the knockouts, that's when the wildcard is going to help you. Usually like playing the wildcard in the group stage, but since we still have it, Rehan, I feel like the two transfers will help you. It will be enough, but depends. If you feel like you need to bring in the likes of Morata and other players, I mean, if I was building that team from the get-go right now, I would keep the 3 front players. I'd probably even keep Siemens and Foden, but I'd be taking out Sane, I'd be taking out Di Lorenzo, I'd be taking out Ake, I'd be taking out Rom, I'd also be taking out Silva, I'd even probably be taking out Garcia and Sommer because Inter Milan will rest players. So I'd be taking out like 7 of those players, but some of those players will play. Some of those players will play that I've mentioned. So if you feel like they're going to do okay, the likes of Antonio Silva, you can just keep them and use the two transfers. And if you use the 2 transfers, Rehan, I'd be tempted to take out Sane. And I don't like changing I mean, you kind of have a problem with the goalkeepers because both of them might not play. So I'd actually take out Sommer. Or you can take out Ter Stegen, whichever you want to take out. It depends on the goalkeeper that you want to bring in. Ramiro is a good option. What do you think of Hakimi? I think it's a good option, but I think he's still 1 yellow card away from being suspended. So you can go for him in match day 5, but if he picks up a yellow card, he's not going to play in match day 6. FIFA bot says kind lineup: Lewandowski, Kane, Alvarez. Thuram is not going to play. I'm hearing they're going to rotate a lot into Milan. I mean, the likes of Alexis Sanchez and Anatovic will play, so that's how much there will be a lot of rotation there. Siemens, Kunde, Di Lorenzo, Bastoni injured, Saliba, Rom, Ter Stegen injured, Ramiro. Should I use the wild card? I'd be very tempted. Let me see. Kimmich might not play. Thuram will not play. Sane might not play. Di Lorenzo has a tough fixture. Rom has a tough fixture. Bastoni is injured. Ter Stegen is injured. I would FIFA bots. I would play the wildcard with that one and try and get in. Maybe you already have Saliba. Defensively, maybe try and get in Atletico Madrid defender, maybe because they have something to play for in match day 6 as well. Maybe for the midfield, the likes of Thuram and Kimmich, take them out and bring in one of the midfielders from Real Sociedad, Perez Mendes, and such kind of players. I think the wildcard would be great for you right now. You think Alvarez will play, and Haaland not? No, I think both of them will play. But I can't really bring in Haaland back in because I know he won't play in match day 6, and that will be like wasting a transfer. I know, I mean, if I bring in Haaland, he might score a hat-trick and help me out, but in match day 6, I'll end up playing with like 9 players because I'll have a lot of transfers to make. Sane to Sudakov. Let's wait a bit. Let's wait for the next like 30 minutes alpha and see if there's any news on Bayern Munich and stuff. I do like that transfer though, but the worry is what if Sane starts? Like that is the worry. But there's many rumors are saying that he's not going to play, and I think Sudakov is very good against Royal Antwerp. So if you feel brave, you can just go for it. But we will get more playing time. I think both of them I think both of them. It depends on the result, I guess. Since they have a tough Leipzig team, I would say both of them will play like around 85, 90 minutes. In match day 6, I think Haaland won't play, and I think Alvarez could play. So if you're looking into the future as well, you think Rodri will play? Yes, definitely. Our double Arsenal midfield, says Alpha. There's that as well. But again, just like Real Madrid and Bayern Munich and all those teams, if Arsenal win today in match day 6, there's going to be a lot of rotation. So if you have your limitless, then you can bring in the Arsenal players and the Bayern Munich players and such teams, because you can just change your team in match day 6. But I feel like if Arsenal win, I don't think the likes of Saka will play in match day 6. So you have to put yourself in a position where you don't. You're on a limitless. Okay, if you're on a limitless, yes, double Arsenal midfield sounds good to me. Who are you thinking? Trossard, Havertz? Let's see. Even Declan Rice is a very good option. Declan Rice like scores and assists more than people actually expect him to, and he plays in the number 6 role, sometimes in the number 8 role. I think this game he'll play in the number 8 role. Odegaard, Odegaard is good as well for 1 week. Fabio Vieira is he was not in training today. Declan Rice will definitely start. Jorginho will start as well, probably. I think he's been playing for Arsenal in the Champions League. I actually don't think it's a bad idea, Alpha. The only thing is, Alpha, as an Arsenal fan, I've looked at loans, and loans have not conceded a goal in the last 5 games. I was so shocked to read that. Loans have kept 5 clean sheets in a row. So there's a chance that Arsenal won't score like 3 or 4 goals. It might be like 1 or 2 or something like that. So let's see. But you can go for it. I mean, they don't play Arsenal every single week. And last time Arsenal only managed 1 goal against them. So slight risk as well. Best captain for both nights, says Nolly. Obviously Haaland. Today I'd say Haaland. If you want a midfielder from Man City, maybe Foden. And then the next day, I think Bellingham is always a good option as well. Maybe Saka as well. Players that take penalties and all that. If you want like differentials, players like from Shakhtar, like Sikan is an option as well. I think Feyenoord are playing a home game. I think Jimenez is fit, right? I've not heard anything about him. I don't think there's anything wrong with Jimenez. Teams like that. But if you want to be on the safe side, if you want to play a differential, you have to play it on the Tuesday. But today there's like Man City players playing. So I'd go for Man City, and then tomorrow the Real Madrid players. Where is Feyenoord? I think Jimenez is okay. I don't think he has an injury or anything. Striker. Yeah, I think he's fine. So Jimenez as well as a differential, I think that he will score against Atletico. J-Ram says Blastwich, Soma, Silva, Ake, Di Lorenzo, Cancelo, Bastoni, Sane, Ivanusec, Kimmich, Bellingham, Chananoglu, Alvarez, Kane, Lewandowski. 2 free transfers in a wildcard. Suggest changes, please, up to -4 points. I usually really do not like -4 points, but let's see. Blasic will play. Soma might not play. Defensively, Di Lorenzo will play, but I'm just worried about the fixture. Bastoni will not play, so you'll need to take out Bastoni. Sane might not play as well. Chananoglu will not play as well. I've had like Inter Milan will rotate the entire team because they've already gone through. Alvarez, Kane, Lewandowski. I'd actually be very tempted to play the wildcard there, J-Ram, to be honest. Let me see how many players could miss out. Soma, Bastoni, Sane, Kimmich, Chananoglu. I mean, 5 players are not that many. If you're happy to take like 3 transfers, definitely take out Bastoni will not play. Soma might not play as well. And Sane might not play as well. So Chananoglu, the ones that are definitely not going to play, Chananoglu, I have him in my team. I'm going to take him out. And Bastoni is injured. Soma, there's a huge chance he won't play. And Sane, there's a huge chance as well that he won't play. Or if he plays, maybe 45 minutes or something. Or maybe later in the second half. So those are the players I'd be looking to take out. Players to bring in, maybe Saliba from Arsenal, maybe midfield-wise, Real Sociedad midfielder. You can go for a Shakhtar midfielder as well. Probably Sudakov is the one, the number 10. Sudakov is probably the best in the midfield. Strikers, I think you're fine with the strikers. I think Kane could start, or at least he'll start in match day 6. But yeah, if you want the 3 transfers, I don't like taking hits in the UCL fantasy. I'd be very tempted to play the wildcard and look into match day 6 as well. Lewandowski or Mbappe is hard. Only Gavi injured for Barcelona. I'd be tempted with Mbappe, to be honest. I know, as people have said already, Newcastle has a better defense than FC Porto and all that, but I think PSG are going to score a couple. No problem, Ray. Appreciate it. No sparring, Jerome. I've already read out your question. Lewandowski to Haaland, Alvarez to Rodrigo and Morata, Kimmich to Rodri, Sane to Saka, Thuram to Brace. Give me some suggestion. Lewandowski to Haaland, Alvarez to Rodrigo, or Morata. I think Rodrigo's on very good form. Kimmich to Rodri, Sane to Saka, Thuram to Brace. I also don't like bringing in Rodri for this week FIFA bots because he won't play in match day 6. That is the worry. You have to also think about match day 6. You don't want to get into the match day 6 with 3 Man City players and 3 Arsenal players and 3 Bayern players. You're going to be in a bit of trouble because if all of those teams rest their players, you're going to be in a lot of trouble, actually. So even myself, I want to, believe me, I really want to bring in a 3rd Arsenal player, but I can't because I know match day 6, we are going to rest players and teams like Bayern as well. So I would not be bringing in Rodri. If I'm taking out Kimmich and bringing in a player like from Real Sociedad, who will also have something to play for in match day 6 when they play against Inter Milan. But you already bring him in for Thuram. So Sane to Saka, that sounds good. Alvarez to Rodri and Morata. Rodrigo for match day 5, but Morata for match day 5 and 6. So looking into the future, I'd go for Morata if you're playing a wildcard. Lewandowski to Haaland, that's even that one. I know you really want Haaland for this match day, but Lewandowski will probably play in match day 6 as well because he might not have secured top spot yet. But Haaland will definitely rest in match day 6. So be careful in terms of bringing in too many Man City players and too many Bayern Munich players. Choose between Haaland and Rodri. Maybe bring in one of them. You can go for Haaland, but I wouldn't bring in Rodri. So Haaland, yes. Morata, Alvarez to Morata, Sane to Saka, yes. Thuram to Brace, Mendes, yes. Whom should I take instead of Ter Stegen and Di Lorenzo? Who's the other goalkeeper? Did you give me other goalkeeper? Ter Stegen and Di Lorenzo. Instead of Di Lorenzo, depends on which day you're looking for. Goalkeepers, let me see which goalkeepers are. When Barcelona playing today or Barcelona playing on the today. So instead of Ter Stegen, Ederson, there's a chance he won't play in match day 6, so I'm scared with that one as well. Final, Atletico Madrid. I mean, you can afford Oblak. Oblak is not a bad option. Provedel is playing for Lazio as well. I think that's a good option as well. So Lazio goalkeeper, Atletico Madrid goalkeeper if you can afford him. For Di Lorenzo, if you can afford, maybe Cancelo if you don't have him already. Or maybe even Hakimi. But hoping he doesn't pick up a yellow card. It depends on how the rest of your team looks like FIFA, but it's usually hard to answer a question like that because I don't know how the rest of your team looks like. Did you tell me how your team looks like? Let me see. Oh, yeah, you did. Ter Stegen, you already have Ramiro. So Ter Stegen, Bastoni, Di Lorenzo, Kunde. So yeah, Atletico Madrid don't have any. So I would be happy to take Oblak if you can afford him, or the Lazio goalkeeper, and he also scores goals. The Lazio goalkeeper. Instead of Di Lorenzo, I mean, Di Lorenzo would probably will have a good fixture match this, but they're already through as well by then, so that is another problem. So Saliba, Rome, which team haven't you covered there? Shakhtar could be a good option. You can go for a differential from Shakhtar if you prefer. FIFA bots, they have a good fixture in match day 5 and they have FC Porto in match day 6. So maybe a defender from there, Bonda, Stepanenko, such guys. Just so that you have like one differential in your team. When to use the Limitless and Wildcard, not this match day. Limitless match day 6 for sure. You're going to need it, believe me. There's going to be a lot of rotation, so save it for match day 6. Baron says Kane Jr., Alvarez, Simmons, Bellingham, Rodri, Shananoglu, Dumfries, Kim, oh wow. Baron, there's a lot of players there that will not play. As you've said, Vinicius will not play. There's a lot of team news that says Chananoglu will not play. There's a lot of team news that says Dumfries will not play. So those are like 4 players. Soma as well. So basically, the entire Inter Milan team, 4 players there might not play. So do you still have your transfers? Substitute for Chananoglu, says Maurizio. Let me know the rest of your midfield, Maurizio. Let me know how the rest of your midfield looks like. But you'll be looking at Real Sociedad. You can even go for Gnabry if you have the money. Bayern Munich can go for Saka if you don't have him and you have the money. I think Sane is starting like 90%. Gnabry hasn't played no tell, and they have a tough fixture coming up. I think Gnabry will start. I agree. Ter Stegen is playing. I've heard rumors that he's not going to play. One. Second keeper is Ramiro. Yeah, so go for the Lazio goalkeeper or the Atletico Madrid goalkeeper, FIFA bots. What about taking a Bayern Munich defender? Bayern Munich are already through, That's my worry. So they could rotate a lot. I don't think both of those players, like if a player plays in matchday 5, he'll also play in matchday 6. That is my worry. But if you have to, maybe Kim Min-jae. Please suggest Wildcard team if needed. I've done a Wildcard video already, Jairam. You can check it on the page, on the channel. Yes, I got 2 transfers, says Baron. 2 transfers. Obviously, you definitely have to take out Vinicius because it's confirmed injured. Definitely take out Vinicius. And then I'd probably take out Dumfries. Yeah, Dumfries and Vinicius. And then hope that Chananoglu gets maybe 30 minutes or something from the bench, and maybe hopefully Soma does start somehow. But there's a huge chance many of them won't start. So in your case, you have to keep Di Lorenzo and Roman, players like that, and hope they deliver for you. But obviously take out Vinicius, maybe for Morata or Rodrigo, someone like that. And then take out Dumfries I'd go for Saliba. Kimmich or Saka, I'd go for Saka because I'm not sure if Kimmich is going to start. Saka is definitely going to start. Alpha says Neuer will start. I mean, he's not played for a long time, so maybe they'll just give him game time, so he could start. I have 8.6 million to take one in. I have Bellingham, Mendes, Simmons, and Stengs. Besides Chananoglu, Gnabry sounds good. 8.6. 8.6 is not enough for Gnabry. I think that's not enough for Gnabry. Hopefully, no. I think it's like 9 million. Let me see. Bayern Munich midfielders. Yeah, Gnabry is 9 million, so you won't be able to afford him, Maurizio. So we'll have to look for a different player. Bellingham, Mendes, Simmons, Stengs. I mean, I'll give you options that you can even save even more money. Like you can go for Sudakov from Shakhtar. You already have Mendes, you already have Real Sociedad cover. I mean, Bayern Munich, which other player can play for Bayern Munich in midfield? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Coman played, but it's still very risky, very, very risky to go for someone like a Coman. So we might have to switch teams. You already have you have a player from Madrid, Sociedad, Leipzig, and Feyenoord. I'm thinking Saka, Maurizio. Can you afford Saka? I don't think so as well. You might have to go for an Arsenal player in that midfield. Let me see if you can afford. Oh, Saka is way too expensive. Odegaard is way too expensive. I'm also worried about Trossard. I've seen people bringing in Trossard. Trossard played 90 minutes the other day. I'm not sure if he's going to play another full game again. That's very tough. I also don't think there's an Arsenal player you can get in your team. Maybe Gundogan. I'm thinking Gundogan maybe. I think Gundogan, you can afford Gundogan, Maurizio. So maybe Gundogan for Chananoglu if you can't afford Gnabry. I think you can be able to get Gundogan against FC Porto. Who in place of Dumfries? Saliba, Baron. Inter Milan predicted lineup looks like a C team. Yeah, they've already gone through, and even if they lose, they have Real Sociedad in match day 6. So I think they will play their first team in that match. And even if they lose and they beat Real Sociedad in match day 3, in match day 6, why am I so all over the place? They can still finish top of the group. So yes, it looks like a C team. Ryan, Anatovic, so Alexis Sanchez, Cherby is in the team, I think, as well. Damian is in the team as well. Damian is also an option, although since they will rotate a lot, maybe Benfica will score. Will Alvarez start? I think so. I think he'll start with Haaland. He's rarely benched these days, FIFA boss. He's rarely benched. Let me see if there's any leaks or anything like that in terms of Man City team news. It's a little bit early. I'm really thinking of bringing taking out Chananoglu for a Shakhtar player. Let me see. Shakhtar. Sudakov. I can bring in Sudakov for Chananoglu. And then just wait for any other team news. I have a feeling Rico Lewis will not start. I'm not happy with David Drum and Blasic as well against Man City, but I don't like changing my goalkeeper. I usually feel like that is a wasted transfer. And I'm happy with my forward line. Although I like Morata, I love the Shakhtar striker as well. His name is Sikan. Tough. Who says Rodrigo? Yes, I have him in my team, and I'm going to keep him for sure. He's scored 2 very good goals over the weekend against. I think they're playing against Cadiz. Yes. Chananoglu will not play. Yes, the predicted lineup say that from the Inter Milan fan channels and stuff. They're predicting a lot of rotation. The only player guaranteed to start in Man City is Rico Lewis. I'm not even sure he's guaranteed. I mean, he's been playing in the Champions League, yes, but has he been playing because the fixtures have been easier against young boys and Red Star? Maybe this time against Leipzig they'll go with the big boys. One pair says Alex Sanchez is in. I've seen him in the predicted lineup, so I've seen him up front with Anatovic in the predicted lineup. So I'm not sure what they're going to do. But I've had Lautaro Martinez will be rested, so and Thuram. This is the predicted lineup from. This will help you. This will really help you if you have Dumfries. This is the latest news. Dumfries has not traveled to Portugal, so he's definitely not going to play. So you might as well start taking out Dumfries if you have him. He has not traveled. So this is from Inter Extra on Twitter. Dumfries has not traveled with the squad to Lisbon to face Benfica in the Champions League due to fatigue. So he's out. Let's wait and see if there's any news on the likes of Alexis Sanchez. I'm not telling you to bring in Alexis Sanchez by the one. I'm just saying like the predicted lineups are saying Lautaro Martinez will not start. It's the likes of Anatovic and Sanchez who will start. This is the predicted lineup from 2 hours ago. Adair was the goalkeeper. Bisek defensively with De Vrij, Acerbi, Damian, and Augusto. Midfield of Aslani, Klaassen, and Fratesi. My goodness. I think like 6 of these players I've never seen them play before. I've seen the likes of Acerbi, De Vrij, Damian, Augusto. I have never seen Bisek playing. I've seen Klaassen playing for Netherlands. I've never seen Aslani play. And then up front, they have Sanchez and Anatovic. Which 3 Arsenal would you go for on the limitless? Says Jay, Saliba, Saka. I'd go with... I would like to go with Jesus, but I'm not sure if he's going to start because Jesus has scored in the 3 Champions League games he's played. So I'm going to go with... I'm actually very tempted to go with 2 defenders, because Lons have conceded... They've kept 5 clean sheets in a row. And Arsenal these days, they're better defensively than they are attacking-wise. But again, defense, I think Ben White didn't train today, so that could mean Zinchenko and Tomiyasu start. You know what? This is what I'd do, RJ. I'd go for Raya, Saliba, and Saka. Andre says, Glenn, I'm transferring Odegaard for Saka and Højlund for Griezmann. Transferring Odegaard for Saka. So you're taking out Odegaard for Saka. Saka is on penalties, but Odegaard does take our penalties sometimes, and I think Odegaard will start. And the Champions League games he played against the likes of PSV, he scored and assisted. So that's a tricky one. But Saka is always the better option. But I'd not be surprised if Odegaard assisted or scored this match day. Højlund for Griezmann, that is good. But I also have Çalhanoğlu and Dumfries. Should I take the -8? I mean, Andres, if you're planning to take a -8, hopefully you've not yet made those transfers. If you haven't made those transfers, I would keep Odegaard, and then take out the players that we are sure are not going to play. Dumfries is one of them. So I'm not a fan of taking that large hit in the Champions League -8, especially for a player who is going to play. Odegaard is definitely going to play, so just keep him and pray that he gets the same number of points as Saka, because Dumfries will not play. So I would take out Dumfries and Højlund, the players who are injured and who have not traveled. And then you can take a -4 for Çalhanoğlu, but I'd keep Odegaard in your situation, Andres. Why will someone not play and who will replace him then? They are saying it's going to be a Darrow, number 77. Because they've already gone through Baron, so they're resting players. Pep actually said he will start Rico in an interview, so you will start. Interesting. I've not seen that. Let me see. If you actually say that, well done, man. I'm going to definitely keep Rico Lewis. There's a chance we can get the Man City team news before the 45 deadline. Rico Lewis. Two best goalkeepers under Limitless. I'd say Oblak and Ramiro, and they're not playing on the same day, are they? They're not playing on the same day. Let me just confirm that. So Oblak, yeah, they're not playing on the same day. Oblak on Tuesday is an option. And then Wednesday, I think Feyenoord will attack. So Oblak, even if he doesn't keep a clean sheet, he can make saves. And then on Wednesday, I'd be tempted to just stick with Ramiro, honestly, against Salzburg. Or Raya. Actually, you know what? I'd go for Raya, because if you're playing a Limitless, it's going to be Raya. Because I think Ramsdale will start in match day 6. So Raya on Wednesday, or Black on Tuesday. I'm tempted to make a new account for the sole purpose of keeping all the differentials. No, don't do that. It's not fun to have 2 accounts. It's not fun. And then when you win something, you're not going to get it because you have 2 accounts. They have ways to check that as well. So it's not fun having 2 accounts. Just have one, Ray. Would you go for a Bayern defender? Nope, because of rotation. And Copenhagen have scored goals in the Champions League. So I think my prediction is Bayern Munich 3, Copenhagen 1. Saliba or Maguire? Saliba. Maguire is going to concede. Galatasaray are definitely going to score. Who will be the captain for day 1 and day 2? You can go for Haaland. Personally, I'm going to go with Foden. And then on Wednesday, a Real Madrid player, Bellingham. So I'm removing Saka for Sane and Saliba for Bastoni. That sounds good. Risking Sommer at goalkeeper. Yeah, no problem with risking because you still have another goalkeeper, so that's okay. As long as you have another goalkeeper, I don't really have an issue of you keeping Sommer. You don't have to take out Sommer. You can just keep him on the bench and use the other goalkeeper. Do I have to remove Lewandowski for Haaland? I don't think you have to. I don't have Haaland and I'm going up without him. I know he will probably score against Leipzig. So last time Haaland played against Leipzig last season, he scored 5 goals in one game. So, and that is what he only played 60 minutes. So if he played 90 minutes, you'd have had like 10 goals in that game. But I'm not sure. There's also a chance that you might take him out for Haaland, and then Lewandowski also scores twice. So I don't think it's worth it, especially for -4. No, and again, Haaland will not play in match day 6, so that's the problem. Or use the -4 on a goalkeeper like Ramiro. No, I would not use the -4 on a goalkeeper. I just keep Sommer and then keep Lewandowski. Winning the eye is almost luck. So it's very sunny, Nabry or common. I think Nabry J, because the others could be rested. Finlay says, I have Blaswich, Sommer, Garcia, Di Lorenzo, Antonio Silva, Christensen, Simmons, Sane, and Thuram as issue. Should I wildcard? Thuram, Sane, Christensen, Silva. I mean, it's not Blaswich will play, but he has a tough fixture. Sommer could be rotated. Garcia, I would play a wildcard Finlay, and then if you're going for an Arsenal player, maybe 2 at most. Bayern Munich player, maybe Nabry. You can also go for Kane, but I think he might play. Kane might play in match day 6. So target teams like Atletico Madrid and teams that have that are not yet gone through, that still have something to play for match day 6. So don't go for too many Arsenal players, too many Bayern Munich players. Go for players like Morata, maybe a Bellingham, one player from Real Madrid, maybe a player from Lazio, maybe a player from Shakhtar. So yes, I would play a wildcard Finley. Let me see. Rico Lewis. I was checking something on Rico Lewis. That's how my team is looking like right now. I still have the 2 transfers. I'm thinking of taking out Chananoglu. Let's see. I mean, there's one post. I don't know which account this is from, but they have 50,000 followers. They're saying Rico Lewis, Gvardiol, and Haaland are set to start today. I'm not going to take his word for it. I'm going to wait for the ones that we usually trust, but I'd not be surprised if all 3 of them start. I'd be surprised if Lewis starts, but I'd be very happy if he starts because I have him in my team. That will be one less headache. But would you go for a Bayern Munich player on a limitless? On a limitless, yes, I'd go for Gnabry. I'd go for Gnabry on a limitless. Do I remove Ivanovic for a defender? No, Jay, if you're asking about a defender, I think Copenhagen will score. But if you really need to, I think the Kim will start and Alphonso Davies could probably start as well. Do I remove Ivanovic for 4.5 million Sociedad player for -4? Or Ake to another defender for -4? I'd wait for a couple of minutes, Jairon, to see the Man City team news, and then if Ake doesn't start, then we need to take out Ake. But let's just hold on. We have 25 minutes to the deadline, so let's just wait until like 10 minutes to the deadline, and then if there's any Man City team news. But before seeing the team news, I'd probably take out Ivanovic. When would you use the unlimited boost? I already used mine in match day 4. I think the best time to use it is usually match day 2 or match day 6. I had to use it in match day 4 because I had so many injuries. That's why I had to use it. So match day 2 or 6, because 6 there's a lot of rotation. I have in my defense Davies, Christensen, Saliba, Di Lorenzo, and Rome. Should I check out Christensen or Davies? I think Davies could start. There's a chance Davies could still play. He might not play the whole game. He could play like 50-55 minutes and you still not get the clean sheet. I'd take out the Christensen, Andres. I'd take out Christensen. FIFA Bots is happy. FIFA Bots is happy. I don't know which transfer is made. Maybe FIFA Bots has gotten himself a very good transfer. Haaland, Morata, Siemens, Bellingham, Rodri, Mendes, Lorenzo, Rico, Cancelo, Rom, Blasic, Soma, Kane, Nacho, Sane, locked and loaded. Captain Morata. Ray is locked and loaded and ready to fire. That's okay, Ray. Haaland, Morata, Siemens, Bellingham, Rodri, Mendes, Lorenzo, Rico, Cancelo. That sounds good. In the same position as me, I have Rom and Blasic. I'm hoping he makes a bunch of saves. Hoping he makes a bunch of saves. I don't think we'll get any. Man City, we might get team news, but from the other teams, I'm not sure. I read somewhere that was going to eat some painkiller pills and play the match, says FIFA Bots. Johnny says, will Rice play? Oh, yeah, Rice has to play. For me, apart from Bellingham, is the signing of the season. You know the thing with Declan Rice? Declan Rice plays in the defensive midfield position. He has not picked up a yellow card the whole season. He's so good, it's crazy. We can't play without him. If he doesn't play, we're in a bit of trouble. I don't think he will play in match day 6 though. Milan or Dortmund goalkeeper, says Baron. I'd go for Mayan. Milan goalkeeper. Kvaratskhelia, Saka, or Foden? I'd go for Saka. Do you think Alvarez is going to start? So yes, Julius. Did you watch Garnacho's goal yesterday? I did, Ray. One of the best goals. It's just a shame he had to score it for Man United. It was a very good goal. That is not easy to do. I think maybe Ronaldo and Bale's overhead kicks are the only ones that maybe could beat that one. I don't think there's any others. Cancelo, Hakimi, Kunde. I'd go for Cancelo. Cancelo and then Hakimi and then Kunde in that order. What about Hamels? I don't like Bayern Munich defenders for this week. I mean, he could start. So I don't think Hamels. Why am I talking about Bayern Munich? Dortmund. Why did I say? Yeah, it's because Hamels used to play for Bayern Munich. Hamels has played for Dortmund, then Bayern Munich, and then Dortmund again. and that is Dortmund. He played really well against Newcastle in the game in England. Hamels played really well. He also played well against there's a team that Hamels played really well against. I don't know if it was last time. I think it was Newcastle home and away. Yes, I think Hamels played well against Newcastle home and away. I don't mind Hamels, although I think AC Milan will score. My head is still telling me Hamels plays for Bayern Munich. He played for Bayern Munich, though. He played for both. He played for Dortmund like 3 times. I'm thinking about taking out Alvarez for either Rodrigo or Jimenez. What would be your advice? Says, OMG, that's incredible. I'm thinking about taking out Alvarez. I wouldn't take out Alvarez, but if you want to, I'd go for Rodrigo. What sort of midfield would you be looking at on a wildcard? Says Finlay. I'd be looking at Brais Mendes from Real Sociedad. I'll be looking at Gnabry, Bayern Munich. I'll be looking to mix it up, like maybe 2 players who will play in matchday 5 and not play in matchday 6, but have a plan for them in matchday 6, and then players who will have something to play for in both matchday 5 and 6. So that applies to Real Sociedad. So Brais Mendes, the Shakhtar midfielder called Subasoch or something. Let me check his name again. His name has disappeared because I think he'll play both fixtures. I'll be looking at Gundogan as well, Finlay, Barcelona. Sudakov, that's his name. Sudakov, Shakhtar, Gundogan, Barcelona, Gnabry, Bayern Munich, a midfielder from Real Sociedad, such kind of a midfield. And then you can go for one player like a Saka or someone like that. I did a wildcard video, Finlay. There's a wildcard video on the channel. Rhea Provedel, is that Theo Hernandez? Saliba, Hakimi, Lewis, Cancelo, Saka, Mendes, Sudakov, Foden, Bellingham, Kane, Lewandowski, Haaland. That looks good to me, Alpha. Midfield is strong. Yeah, that looks good to me, Alpha. That's you're ready to go. You're just like Ray. You're locked and loaded. Which 5 midfielders would you pick for this match day if you could pick any? Gnabry, Saka, Brais Mendes. So tough. That's a tough question. Bellingham and maybe Sudakov, Shakhtar. I'm thinking of bringing him in right now. I should make the Glenn AI, which will give UCL tips. Can you do that? That's crazy. If you can do that, you are a genius. Icardi, says Johnny. I like Icardi. I think Galatasaray will definitely score. So I do like Icardi, but I don't really have space for him. So between Alvarez or Rodrigo, you would rather keep Alvarez? Yes, I'd rather keep Alvarez. My other 2 forwards are Kane and Morata. Yeah, between Alvarez and Rodrigo, I'd keep Alvarez. I mean, that's also a tough question to me because I have both of them, but I'd keep Alvarez. Unless we hear any team news in the next 10 minutes that he's not playing, then that's a different case. We might get the Man City team news before the deadline, so let's see. So far, nothing yet. Lewis played full 90 minutes last 3 CL matches, yeah. But my worry is that he was playing against young boys and Red Star. Maybe this time, since he's playing against a tough Leipzig, it could be different. Kane is really going to play, in your opinion, says Julius. I mean, he doesn't have to. For me, what I was thinking maybe he might not play in this one and then play in match day 6 against Man United because he's going to be coming back to England and all that. But from what I'm hearing from the Bayern Munich tweeters and all that, their fans and their news pages and all that, they're saying Kane is definitely going to play. So, I mean, they still have players like Muller and Tell, so I don't know. He could play, but I don't think he's going to play 90 minutes. Best replacement for Bastoni. I mean, if you want a direct replacement from Inter Milan, Acerbi is the option, but I'd go for Saliba if you don't have him. I can't just thinking, says Ray. Haaland lineup. I don't have Haaland in my lineup, but I think he's going to start from what people are saying. Rishabh, how are you? Jesus was really good. Will he play? I don't think he's really good, though. He's played well in the Champions League the first 3 games before he was injured. I think he will. I think it's going to be Saka, Martinelli, and Jesus. Alvarez will play, I think so, yes. But let's wait and see if there's any team news that we're going to get before the deadline. Keep Rob or change with Upamecano. That's a tough one. If you have, if you're playing your wildcard bot, so you're in a good position. I think Copenhagen will score. That's my worry. Can you get any other defender instead of Upamecano? If you suggested a better defender, then maybe I would say yes, take out Trump for them. City defender Rico Lewis. Because the thing is with Rico Lewis when he starts, he even plays in midfield. Trossard is a player I was thinking of having. He played 90 minutes the other day, so I'm a bit worried about him starting. There's a very big chance Havertz could start this one instead of Trossard. Although Trossard and Jesus have played really well for Arsenal in the Champions League this season, so it depends. I'm actually tempted to switch to Haaland as captain. I mean, of course, Haaland. I mean, last time I didn't have Haaland and it was a nightmare. Haaland is always a great captain. I was referring to the Champions League, says Johnny. Okay, Jesus was really good. Yes, in the Champions League, he was really good the first 3 games. So I was actually like praying that he played the 4th game and then scores in every game. I think there's only like 2 or 3 players who've ever scored in every single group stage game. I think Haaland, Cristiano Ronaldo, if I'm not wrong. I don't think there's too many players who've done that before. I took Rico Lewis and Saliba. Please suggest me a third defender. You have Rico Lewis and Saliba. A third defender. I'll be looking at I don't like Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Barcelona's defenders for this. Cancelo, do you already have Cancelo? I think Cancelo is good in terms of going forward and recovery points, but maybe a defender from Atletico Madrid if you can afford. They are very expensive. The Atletico Madrid defenders. Let me go to Atletico defenders. Molina is 6 million. That's a bit expensive, but if you can afford him, I think he's a good option. Leo says, I love the iconic profile picture of AC Milan and Inter Milan. Ter Stegen, Skriniar, Ake, Maguire, Lewis, Simmons, Bellingham, Thuram, Kane, Haaland, Lewandowski. Bench, Pop, Garcia, Galeno, Kunde. Goalkeeper, you're okay with the goalkeeper. Ter Stegen might not play, although someone said he's going to take some pills. Thuram will not play from what the Inter Milan pages are saying. Lewandowski, Haaland, Kane, I'm fine with that. Bellingham, Simmons, fine with that. Galeno. And I think that's a decent team, maybe apart from Thuram because he might not play. Leo. Will Diaz start? Oh, believe me, Man City's team, predicting Man City's team is a nightmare. Diaz, I think he will, maybe with Akanji. Worth getting Sudakov instead of Mendes? Who instead of him? I'm not sure about instead of him. Getting both of them, yes. I'm not sure about instead of him because Sudakov plays today, playing the wildcard. I mean, Sudakov is confirmed. I mean, I know what you mean. I would try to get both, but if you don't want to get both, you can go for Sudakov. I don't think it's a bad option. I really do think both of them have really good fixtures. By the way, if I've answered your question, make sure to hit the like button to help out the page. To help out the channel. This is not a page. This is a channel. Which striker would you pick besides Haaland and Kane? Rodrigo, Morata. One of those two. Griezmann or Morata? I'd go for Morata. I think both of them are very good, though. I think both of them scored a lot of points last game week. Is there anything on Man City yet? Not yet. We have like 13 minutes to the deadline. I've not made any sub at all. Let me just remove Chananoglu and put in Sudakov just in case something happens. If there's a delay or something, I just click on make transfer. Sudakov, midfielder. The other thing is I'm waiting to see if we can get any news on Kimmich. I was thinking of taking out Chananoglu and Kimmich and bringing Sudakov and Bryce Mendes. Is it Bryce or Bryce Mendes? What the hell? I'm gonna go for Sudakov. I've never really had a Shakhtar player. Let me have a Shakhtar player for once. Which games are starting earlier today? Let me just check. Lazio and Celtic. I was even thinking Felipe Anderson as well. Lazio. About time to lock in, says Ray. Today I'm not going to make the mistake. Last time I locked in 10 minutes before, and then there was team news from Man City, and I'd already logged out and everything. I'm not going to do that again. I'll wait and see if there's any news on the Man City players. It usually pops out very late, so let's see. Did I miss any question? I don't think so. Help, or Ray said help. Should I stick with Morata or Haaland? I'll stick with both of them, but I'd not check out Haaland. That's a tough one, Ray, because I think Morata will play in match 6 as well, but I don't think Haaland will play. So if you have a way to take out Haaland in match 6, that is fine. We have 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go to the deadline. Javob, how are you, man? He says, I'm playing Wildcard. Is Bellingham a good pick? Yes, for sure. Bellingham and Rodrigo, that is where my hope is. I feel like Bellingham and Rodrigo are the ones who are going to give me the most points here. As a captain, I was talking about the captain, I'd go for Haaland. Will Lewandowski score? Because it's at home, I'm going to say yes. Best cheap goalkeeper who plays today? The Shakhtar goalkeeper, I think it's called Riznik. I think it's very cheap. 4 million or something. Yeah, it's 4 million. Riznik. He's playing right now. Actually, he's starting. Let me just tell you what that is. OMG, that's incredible. To have a 4 million goalkeeper. Thank you, Olaf from India. Appreciate it. Last time the Man City news came like 4 minutes before the deadline or something. So like you have to be really quick if you get anything. But most of you are just waiting to hear whether Haaland is playing. If he's playing, I'm sure most of you have him. I'm waiting to hear whether Alvarez is going to play. I think he will. But if he doesn't, I may just take him out very quickly if there's any news that he won't play. So far, there's nothing. Who says, can I get an autograph shirt? Please, I'm a 12-year-old. I am not a celebrity. I am absolutely not a celebrity. I am nowhere near a celebrity. Thank you for watching, though. But if you're actually 12 years old, by the time you get to 20, you're going to be the best UCL fantasy player in the world. Because at 12 years old, I did not know anything about it. I don't even think they had UCL fantasy. Odegaard, on a limitless, yes. No problem. I also want Glenn's autograph. Absolutely not. Nowhere near that level. Risking Chananoglu says one. One says I'm risking Chananoglu. F it. So one is not having it at all. One has said he's going to risk it. There's a big chance he won't play though. One. There's a big chance he won't play. Best Achebi replacement. I think Achebi will. I think he'll play. If you want a replacement, I'll go for Damien though. If you want to replace him, I'll go for Damien. Jack. Yes, you're a celeb, Johnny. Absolutely not. Nowhere near. For which Lazio midfielder would you go for? Felipe Anderson. Jay. I've really thought about bringing him in. It was either between Sudakov, Mendes, and Felipe Anderson, but I'm really thinking of bringing in Sudakov and Mendes. Because Celtic is not good. Which fixture do Lazio have next time? That will also going to make consideration. Lazio midfield. Which fixture do they have next time? I really think that Celtic fixture is very good for them. Atletico Madrid away. Oh well, that's not easy in match day 6. Virgil van Dijk. Oh, you mean De Vrij? Who are you talking about? The only Virgil I know is Virgil van Dijk, and he's definitely not in the Champions League. Virgil. Who's Virgil? Are you talking about De Vrij? Is there a player called? There's another player called Virgil. If there is, I've never, or maybe I just don't know their first name. Let me see. Virgil. There's no player called Virgil. I was wondering. I was like, what the hell? I only know Virgil van Dijk. Let me know you're talking about one. So it seems from leaks that Ake might not play. Are there any leaks? Let me see. Who to remove from Ivanovic or Ake for -4? Do I let it slide because they do have a lot of players playing tomorrow? Yes, don't take a minus if you have players for tomorrow. Just start Ake and then leave him in the team. And then if he doesn't perform tomorrow, you take him out because there's always a chance he can come on and even score in the last 10 minutes, and then you just keep him. So if you have players to play tomorrow, just start him. Just leave him in the team. Anderson of Alberto. Any of them is good, but I'd go for Felipe Anderson. Which maxed 5.3 million defender would you choose? Depends on how the rest of your team looks like, but I'd go for Rico Lewis. Should I keep Simmons? Tough fixture. Man City could easily just keep a clean sheet in that game, but if you're playing a wildcard FIFA bots, I'd take him out, to be honest. Since you're on a wildcard, I'd take him out because that fixture is tough. There's a lot of midfielders, the Shakhtar midfielders, the Lazio midfielders, the Real Sociedad midfielders. There's a lot of midfielders who have easier fixtures. The best players only for this week. There's a limitless video on the page on the channel. I keep on saying page. There's a limitless video on the page. I said it again. What the hell? The best players only for this week. But yeah, players like Nabri and players like that. I have the goalkeeper Solomon Ulrich. Should I bring in Reznik for Ulrich or just save the transfer for match day 6? Save the transfer for match day 6. As long as we have another goalkeeper who plays, I'd save it. Ray says I would love to come to the UK. I'm not from the UK, Ray. But we'll definitely meet in the UK because I definitely will go there to watch Arsenal games very soon. So you'll come to the UK and meet me because I'll also be there very soon. Glenn, good luck. See you on the other side. Thanks for the content. I appreciate it. One. Let me knock it out. Let me see if there's any news. Ray says VVD in the UCL. He will be there next season. Vardiel and Rico will start, I think. I think so as well, Ryan. I'm not sure about Rico. I'm waiting because since people said Pep Guardiola confirmed, then do you think Xavi Simons will score points tonight? I don't think. If you're looking at points, maybe 5 at most. I don't think he'll score a bunch of them. Should I take Kepa for game week 6? No, I wouldn't. Çalhanoğlu will not play tomorrow, so I can remove him just in case Ake Van Dijk don't play. Yes, I don't think Çalhanoğlu will play tomorrow. Best goalkeeper today. Today, I'd go for Oblak and Rijnik, Shakhtar. Çalhanoğlu will not play tomorrow, so I can remove just in case Ake Alvarez Van Dijk don't play. I'll give you a challenge, Ray. Check the bio for the YouTube channel. Will not play tomorrow, so I can remove just in case Ake Alvarez Van Dijk don't play. I think we only have like 3 minutes. Rather Raya or Odegaard. If you already have Saka, then you can go for Raya. If you already have Saliba, go for Odegaard. Let me just make this transfer. And then since I have one more transfer, I can just wait and see if there's any team news. If there's no leaks on team news, I'll have 3 transfers for match day 6, which will be very helpful. Sudakov, get into my team, please. You cannot be on the bench. Get into my team, please, right away. Dates. Okay. Sudakov is in my team. Should I captain him? I'm tempted. I'm tempted to do something stupid like captaining Sudakov. Get rid of Alvarez and of Kvaratskhelia who? Sorry? Captain Alvarez or Morata. Captain Alvarez. Get rid of Alvarez or Kvaratskhelia. I'd not get rid of Alvarez. because he will play in match day 6 as well. So I'm looking at that too. Kvaratskhelia and for Hofo. I don't think you're getting any team news that I actually wouldn't take out any of those players, Roberts. But if you want, I'd take out Kvaratskhelia for Gnabry. I don't think you're getting any news from Man City. So hopefully my team looks okay. Hopefully your teams are about to be ready as well. I'm so scared of this Foden captain because if he doesn't start, man. Sudakov. We only have 1 minute, so that will not be enough time. We didn't get any team news for Man City today, unfortunately. So I'm going to stick with Rico Lewis, Foden, and Alvarez. And then right after we finish this live stream, that's when you'll see the teams being posted. So annoying, man. Sudakov has been scoring 9 points, 9 points. Nah, I'm just going to keep the captaincy on Foden. Yep, that is my team. That is my team. The deadline is about to hit. Where the hell are the games? I don't know which game I'm going to watch. Shakhtar. I'm going to watch Shakhtar, I guess. Rico stats. Are you sure? Kenya. Good luck, says Johnny. Well done. Well done. Good luck to you too, Johnny. Which will Haaland play tonight? I think he'll definitely will. Rico Lewis, captain. I was not brave enough, man. You're welcome, Jevo. Make sure to hit the like button before you leave. Make sure to comment on this video if any of your players start or anything crazy happens like that. I appreciate you watching. I'll definitely catch up with you. And I couldn't do watch along this year, Ray, because Arsenal is in the Champions League, and like I do like Arsenal content as well. But I appreciate you guys watching, man. Thank you. And I'll catch up with you on the next one.